Good afternoon, everybody. It's your friend Cheap Ludes, recording live from, I would say, at least the second dingiest attic in the My Team community. Now, typically we do these little pack reveal videos on Thursday. We haven't been able to do them on Monday for a long period of time because 2K decided to do only VC super packs on Tuesdays, but they randomly decided to drop the facade and finally give us actual packable content. I have to assume that at a certain point they did it like one time and the data kind of showed them that that was a good idea, and then over the last like season and a half the data was like, that's not a good idea, you have to put new cards in the game. So we actually have new cards. The reason I say randomly is because, like, no warning whatsoever, 25 minutes ago, which would have been about 4:45 my time, just kind of a weird time to just be like, new pack on the way, like, for details, and then just like a few minutes later they dropped it. So we got new edition coming to My Team tomorrow. So instead of doing the base set, looks like they're doing a retro thing, which is awesome because if you watched my what to expect from 2K video, I talked about how they should bring back retro sets for the Tuesday content, and it looks like they're doing that. So let's kind of look at what's going on. Introducing new edition. Shout out to new edition. I think that's Candy Girl, but I don't know, so I'm not gonna sing it. But I'm pretty sure they did new. I'm pretty sure New Edition did Candy Girl. I don't know, dude. Whatever. Shout out to New Edition, dude. Bobby Brown out here smoking rocks. Appreciate it. Iconic themes from years past are back and remastered and season. Okay, remastered is wild. You didn't have remastered is nuts. So we got Prime back from 2K20, if you remember Prime. So that's what's up. Looks like it's still in the 2K20 format as well, I believe. Yeah, that's cool. I like the Prime set personally. Signature Series back from last year, I guess. No one really cared that much about Signature Series. Idols back from 2K21. Cool, I guess. Prime's still my favorite, I think, out of all of these. And Flash. So it is the 2K20 Flash format as well. I believe, at least it looks like it. I opened a lot of packs in 2K20. So for the Prime cards, looks like the Prime cards are all going to be the Dark Matters, I believe. I mean, it could switch up from week to week, but I don't think they're going to have you lock in a Dark Matter for a Galaxy Oval. So I would assume that the Dark Matters from this point forward are going to be Signature Series and Prime. They're probably going to flip back and forth between those two. And then the Idols and Flash ones will be PDs and Diamonds. That's my guess. But honestly, we don't know. All the Prime cards, I believe there's going to be 5 of them total. I think maybe 6. It's going to be 5 or 6 total. Are all going to be Dark Matters and Opals, and they lock in for a Dark Matter. Cool. Signature Series, same thing. Dark Matters and Opals, they're going to lock in for another Dark Matter. Idols are going to be, Pink Diamonds or Diamonds. They're going to lock in for a Galaxy Opal, so that's kind of more where I'm looking there. And then Flash is going to be Diamonds and Pink Diamonds. They're going to lock in for Galaxy Opal. So these cards that we have here are not the rewards, by the way. The language they used in the tweet is kind of confusing, so it looks like these are the rewards, but they're not. These are the first wave of cards. So I'm assuming there's only going to be these 4. I could be wrong. There could be more cards. Obviously, we'll find out tomorrow. So we got Jonas Valanciunas, Jaden McDaniels, who, by the way, has a giant tattoo on his forearm that just says humble, which I love. I love that. Look, like, I'm not even gassing it for no reason. I think that's fantastic. Not quite as great as the Rodman tattoo situation. The expanding sun upper arm tattoo is the most 90s tattoo design you could possibly have. I would say the barbed wire armband is really close. Like, shout out to Brian Urlacher. He's such a bad person. But I would say the sun is right there. Like, that's some real Godsmack energy for sure. Nothing's more. Oh, I didn't even know Rodman had the barbed wire armband. I didn't even realize. He has it all. And the dice, just the crudely drawn dice. Love that. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to have to look up Dennis Rodman's tattoos just to see. You can just take one look at Dennis Rodman and know he had his nipples pierced. What was that movie that he was in with Jean-Claude Van Damme? Oh my god. It was, was it Double Take? I think it might have been Double Take. That was fire. Absolutely fire. And then Dwyane Wade. Dwyane Wade, cool, I guess. But we'll kind of talk about each of them. So, Jaden McDaniels, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan. He looks about 6'9". If I'm being honest. He doesn't necessarily look bigger. You could argue that maybe he looks a little bit smaller than 6'9", which is kind of a weird thing to say. But if you know, like, a traditional 6'9" in the game, he may look a little bit more condensed, His jump shot is okay. Bob Cousy has his jump shot. on normal, and it's actually a decent enough jump shot. The fact that it runs well on Kuzi probably translates to it running pretty well on Jaden McDaniels. It's not the best jump shot in the world, but it's a very solid jump shot. The only issue with it is it kind of has a weird hitch, but that could be the Kuzi upper that he has anyway. Jaden McDaniels will probably have Joel Embiid dribble style. Maybe they give him Michael Jordan dribble style. I'm not really sure. Usually, the base tendencies stay for the diamond card, so he probably still has a 99 shot contest tendency and a 70 pass intercept. I would be surprised if they, change that in any way, shape, or form. Now, you can just kind of tell, based on the attributes, what this card's going to be like. He's going to be a slashing forward, kind of a slashing combo forward. But if he can handle the ball, I mean, his stock card has an 82 three-pointer, so he could be very, very solid right off the rip. He may have issues defensively, but I mean, he's going to be relatively fast. He's going to attack the rim. He should be able to dribble a little bit, just depends on his dribble sigs. And he has an okay jump shot and is able to shoot the three, so he could actually be really good, especially for a budget. It just kind of depends how the odds shake out realistically. Because you got to remember, as of right now, only 4 cards in the set, and current series cards are going to be in the set too. They're not deluxe packs or anything, so high probability that diamond isn't necessarily going to be Jaden McDaniels. It's going to be rough. If they're 10,500 per pack, I'll have a little bit more positive things to say, but as of right now, probably going to be quite negative about it. Valanciunas is a sneaky one. Like, he's 6'11", but he looks bigger than that. I actually like his jump shot. I had to use gold Valanciunas for a couple moments challenges, at least one for sure that I can remember, where I had to get like 10 plus rebounds. I don't remember how many. I think it was like 16 or something. And I was just shooting with him for fun, and I actually thought his jump shot was good. The 99 shot contest tendency is nice as well. 80 foul tendency, shout out to my boy. Like that. 25 shot three-point tendency is going to be kind of the saving grace for him, but he came standard with a 77 three-point shot on just his like current series 2 card. So, and I think his current series 1 card was a 70. So he should be able to stretch the floor. I'm assuming they give him like gold range. His jump shot's a little bit on the slow side, but it's easy to green. And with his size and defensive ability, we could see Valanciunas be one of the better kind of budget centers in the game, realistically. Like, he looks significantly bigger than like a Bobby Portis or Christian Wood. So we could see him be very, very solid, especially if you're needing like a 3-and-D center. He could be good. My allergies are going crazy right now. Shout out to my cats. Brah, love it. Rodman. Rodman's going to be interesting. He's an opal, so I would assume that they give him Michael Jordan dribble style. I'm just not sure if they do. I would like to see them actually keep Dennis Rodman motion style, though they'll probably change it. The reason I say these things is just like, I'm not like a Sim Nation guy or anything, but it's like they went through the trouble of adding these new mocapped animations and these new animations in general into the game. It would be nice to see them actually use them. Like, the only person that has Dennis Rodman motion style is Dennis Rodman at this point. I don't know, it'd be nice. The Tillman upper is kind of nice to actually like it. I'm assuming they give him Michael Jordan dribble style with like a couple dribble moves here and there. Like, he probably has like Scotty behind the back or something, but for the most part, he's probably not going to be a dribble god. It's the defensive tendencies though that are going to make this card decent. Like 90 pass intercept, 90 on ball, 95 contest, 95 block with low foul tendencies, which is not like Rodman at all. Should be good. 0 shot 3 tendency is going to be huge as well. He had a 73 pointer on this card, so I'm assuming he's going to have like an 80 or something of that nature. His release, the Patrick Ewing release on normal, actually isn't half bad. Still slow. It's going to still be slow on quick or very quick, whatever they put it on, but it's a lot better than you'd think. Like, Patrick Ewing's release is solid. They just hoed Patrick Ewing by putting it on slow for seemingly no reason. So Rodman could be a sneaky good card. Like, he could. Plus, he looks bigger than 6'7". He could be super sneaky. And then, obviously, we have Dwyane Wade. Now, we've gotten Dwyane Wade earlier this year. I would guess that they change certain things about Dwyane Wade. Now, do they change his jump shot is a good question. Yes, I think they do. I don't think that's necessary because we haven't seen Dwyane Wade base on quick yet, but regardless, they'll probably end up changing it. So, unless David Wesley has it on quick, but I feel like he doesn't. I'm not sure, though. No, he has it on normal. I don't think it's necessary to change it, but I would assume they probably give him like KPJ or like Kuzma or something. One of the more meta jump shots. KPJ would make a lot of sense. I just know T-Mac made him that money. So it's probably something they're going to do, realistically. He probably stays with Michael Jordan dribble style. I mean, for sure, it's just shifty from last year anyway. It's the same. They probably give him elite motion style, though. Everything else they probably keep unless they change, like, Kobe Escape and they give him something a little different. That would be the only thing I could see them actually changing, and then giving him, like, normal leaner. You got to remember, when it comes to Dwyane Wade, he's the first dark matter, or the first top tier reward for a new kind of set that they're launching, in a set that has lock-ins. So they're going to want you to open packs, right? So they're going to make this card cracked for sure. There's no question about it. He is only the 5th dark matter that we've received as well from packs, so I would expect him to be in line with the other dark matters. Not like they made those guys not cracked. They changed LeBron's jump shot, did they not? They gave him Corver base, so yeah, I would assume that they're probably going to tinker with Dwyane Wade a little bit. Now, let's talk about the lock-ins before we go talk about the market. Okay, right off the bat, this prime lock-in is going to be so expensive. Like, so expensive. I'm talking millions of MT to lock in this prime one. Same with the Signature Series card. The reason I say millions is because right off the bat, the Dark Matters are going to be more expensive because there's a lock-in involved, right? Think about the cards that we've had for lock-ins this year. Like Tim Thomas, you know what I mean? So people are expecting it to be fire. I don't think it's going to be like an all-star lock-in situation. These idols and flash, the cards probably won't be that good, but the lock-ins won't be crazy expensive either, because everyone's trying to get these dark matters for these lock-ins. So I don't know who could be the lock-in. Did we get a prime Dwyane Wade? That is interesting. So let's go back to 2K20. No, 2K20. Yeah, let's go back to 2K20 and go to collections. Let's find prime here, because I want to see what exactly we can expect from cards, because I don't know if they're just going to do like aesthetically the same, or if they're going after the same people, because we did have a prime Dwyane Wade. We had 2 of them, in fact. So something to think about there. Looking through cards that would have been famous prime cards. Honestly, Kristaps is one card that I think is very, very likely. He would make a whole lot of sense. So Kristaps is there. Looking through other guys, there's obviously Dino and Curry were super popular from that game. That's very possible as well. I don't think any of the rest of these guys will, though. Let me see what else we got, because that was Prime VIP Season 3. Series 2. I don't think any of these guys would make the cut. Like, they're not going to put Durant behind a lock-in, I don't think. They do like to put Karl Malone behind lock-ins, though, if I'm being honest. Let's look at the other ones. What about Prime Series 3? Yeah, I mean, these were the main prime cards. I mean, maybe we can see Lamar Odom pull back up, but I really don't think so. I actually think Kristaps or Dino or Eddie Curry is actually the most likely, but who knows? 2K21, don't really remember any of the collections from that at all. I feel like that year is just a blur to me, realistically. Prime Series 3 kind of sucked. I feel like no one really cared about Prime Series 3 at that point, so Prime Series 2 would be the better one to look at. Or idols, I should say. I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe Penny. Penny would make a lot of sense. I'm trying to think, was there like a famous card from these sets that everyone was kind of gassed on? I mean, Big O for sure, and Granger, but I don't know if they'll do the lock-in as like a PD, you know? I don't know. Kind of doesn't make any sense. Oh, Anthony Davis, Yao Ming. I mean, obviously we have a Yao Ming, but Anthony Davis would actually make a lot of sense too. We could see like a Dark Matter Anthony Davis, but I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments. As far as the market goes, I don't think this really changes all that much as of right now, because we're at a point where there's 4 cards out that are leaps and bounds more expensive than pretty much any other card in the game, and I don't think any of these guys specifically really hurt the market for anyone. Like, I don't think Jonas Valanciunas is he's not affecting the market realistically of anyone that's important. Jaden McDaniels isn't affecting anyone. Like Dwyane Wade, I really don't think there's anyone specifically he's affecting either. I mean, maybe some like all-star guys like a Donovan Mitchell, but like at that point, no, probably not. And I don't think Rodman's really affecting the market for anyone. But as always, been your friend Cheap Ludes. You know, I'll see you tomorrow for a pack opening. So I shouldn't do a pack opening tomorrow because I only have like 160K, but I'm a masochist, a little 2K pain piggy I am, and I must open packs to satiate some type of unfounded trauma that I don't remember from my childhood. So